Good morning students. Welcome students to the first chapter of Civics of Standard 8th. Name of the chapter is Introduction to the Parliamentary System. Now students, in this chapter we will learn about the machinery or the system of government in the Indian constitutions. Now we all know that two system of government is there at the world. That is, one is the parliamentary system and the other is the presidential system of government. In India and Great Britain, we are having parliamentary system of government is there, or presidential system of government is there in USA. Now here, this have you thought of this? Here some question it is asked: what is parliamentary system of government? In India, we have prime minister, but why there is no prime minister in the United States of America? What is the difference between a parliamentary and a presidential system of government? Now these questions will lead us to conclude that every country has a different form of government. Now see, here we all know each at the world level different types of democracy is followed. So here each and every country they are having their own form of government. Before we go ahead to understand different types of government system, let us get information about the main branches of the government. So we are going to study about the parliamentary system of government. So only about India we will be studying. Now the function of the legislature is to make laws. अभी parliamentary system of government, it is divided into three sections. One is legislature, second is executive, and the third is judiciary. Through that it is functioning. So first one we will study the function of the legislature is to make law. जो legislature है, so legislature का काम क्या है? To make the laws. In the legislature who is coming? लोकसभा, राज्यसभा and president. ये तीनों मिला के क्या बनता है? legislature में. हाँ, they are the part of the parliament. And the executive implements the law and the judiciary provides justice. और जो executive है that is the ministers, prime minister और उनके जो ministers हैं that or other government officers, so they implement the law for the people. And judiciary का काम है that is supreme court and other courts, they provide justice to the people. Now the functions of these organs, their jurisdiction and limitations on their power and the interrelationship between these organs are decided by the constitution. Means how these organs they are going to work, what is the limitation, how much power they are having, how they are going to function. So all that things are mentioned where it is mentioned in the constitution. Now it is the nature of the interrelationship that determines the system of government adopted in a particular country. So it is depending upon each and every country, that is which type of system of government the country is going to adopt. Now there are two main types of government systems that are followed. One is the parliamentary system and second is the presidential system. So we will be discussing about the parliamentary system of government. Now the parliamentary system of government developed primarily in England. कहाँ से स्टार्ट हुआ था ये? इंग्लैंड से, ग्रेट ब्रिटेन. मतलब सी वी ऑल नो ब्रिटिश पीपल इंडिया को रूल कर रहे थे, उनके कंट्री में फॉलो होता था. इंडिया गॉट इंस्पिरेशन फ्रॉम द ब्रिटिश पीपल और इंडिया ने भी आफ्टर इंडिपेंडेंस इसी को अडॉप्ट किया, मीन्स बाय मेकिंग सम ऑफ द चेंजेस. Now in England the constitution is an unwritten constitution. See, our constitution is in written form. England का constitution क्या है? It is unwritten and the governance is carried out in accordance with the tradition and customs. वहाँ के tradition, customs और convictions के हिसाब से government चलती है. The British Parliament is an institution that has evolved over a period of time. The parliamentary system of government having its roots in parliament is considered as a contribution of England. So जो parliamentary system of government we are following, so that is because of whom? Because of the contribution that is made by the England. India has adopted this parliamentary system. Now we can see some broad similarities in parliamentary system of England and parliamentary system of India. When looked at an institutional level, the Indian parliamentary system is different in its content. मतलब दोनों में बहुत सारी similarities है, but at the institutional level, the functioning of both the parliamentary system is different. So we will be studying about some of the characters of the Indian parliamentary system. So first one is the parliamentary system is a system of governance and the legislature of the central government is known as the parliament. जो legislature of the central government it is known as parliament. The Indian parliament it is composed of किसको लेके बना है? प्रेसिडेंट, लोकसभा एंड राज्यसभा. So yeah, see, लोकसभा in the members of the Lok Sabha they are directly elected by the people. राज्यसभा के जो लोग रहते हैं they are indirectly elected by the people. उनको कौन elect करता है? That is the MLAs जो रहते हैं उनको elect करते हैं. Now members of the Lok Sabha are directly elected by the people. The number of the members in this house is fixed. तो मेंबर्स ऑफ द लोकसभा कौन इलेक्ट करता है? दे आर इलेक्टेड बाय द people, and altogether 543 members are there in the Lok Sabha. Now elections to the Lok Sabha are held at regular intervals. After 5 years, every year elections are held. All political parties, they are contesting the elections, and the party which is getting the majority of the more than half of the seats, so that party is called as a majority party, and the majority party forms the government. Sometimes when no party gets a clear majority, some parties come together to form a majority and they can establish their government. So in sometimes what happen in the elections, none of the party they are getting the majority of the votes. So at such times, so what happens, parties they come together and they establish the government. This kind of government is called as a coalition government. इसको मिली जुली सरकार बोलते हैं ना, मिल के बनाते हैं हम लोग. In this way, candidates directly elected by the people become members of the legislature, and the party in majority gets a chance to form the government. So whichever party, मतलब यहाँ पे the candidates means those who are elected by the people, so they became a member of the legislature. मतलब जब वो गवर्नमेंट फॉर्म करते हैं, सी प्राइम मिनिस्टर और काउंसिल मिनिस्टर, तो दे आर गिवन द टाइम लिमिट, 6 months का टाइम दिया जाता है दैट दे हैव टू बिकम द मेंबर ऑफ द लोकसभा. So that party they get a chance and to form the government. The leader of the majority of the party becomes the prime minister. Now children, we all know after winning the elections, whichever the party it is getting the majority of the votes, so that party they get the turn to form the government, and from them only the prime minister will be elected, and afterwards that prime minister he or she selects the ministerial positions from their colleagues. The prime minister and the council of ministers chosen by the prime minister together forms the executive in the parliamentary system of government. So the prime minister और जो उनका council of ministers form होता है, so that is chosen the council of ministers who is deciding, the prime minister is deciding, and they together forms the executive, that is the working body in the parliamentary system of government. Now in the parliamentary system, the executive has a dual responsibility. Dual, that is the double responsibility. So first is the executive, they have to implement the laws, and second is that as they are the members of the legislature, they also have to fulfill the responsibilities of the legislature. So they are the members of the legislature, that is the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha, so they have to fulfill the responsibilities. The prime minister and the council of ministers is responsible to the legislature for all their actions and policies. So whichever the laws, policies that are implemented, so for that who is responsible? Prime minister and council of ministers. It means that the council of ministers has to work with the legislature. It is for this reason that the parliamentary system is known as responsible system of government. So here the council of ministers, so they have to work with the legislature, and for that purpose it is known as, means they have to work in a responsible way. So it is called as the responsible system of government. Another distinct character is that is feature of parliamentary system of government is collective responsibility. Now decisions taken by any ministry department is considered as decision of the government. So here any ministry department, जैसे कोई भी होने दो, रेलवे, it may be railways or any other field, so whatever the decisions are taken, so it is considered that that decision is taken by the government. So the entire council of ministers is responsible for the decision. So the whole council of ministers, they are responsible for whatever the decisions are taken. So in the next 2 chapters we will see examples how the principle of collective responsibility is brought into practice. Now in the parliamentary system, the executive is dependent upon the confidence of the legislature in them. So here the executive body, that is the minister, those who are working now, so they are totally dependent upon the confidence of the legislature, that is of the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. This means that council of ministers remains in power till it enjoys the support of confidence of the legislature. So until that time only, means they are going to get the support from the Lok Sabha. They are having the majority votes of the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha members. Till that time only they can remain in power. If the legislature feels that the executive does not work in accordance to the wishes, it removes the executive from power by passing a no confidence motion against the executive. So no confidence motion is an effective tool of keeping a check over the executive. So here it means that if the executive, they are not doing the work properly, so here no confidence motion, that is they are not having faith in their government,
So a no confidence bill can be passed, and afterwards here this executive, the executive, they can be from them the power can be taken, and so no confidence motion is an effective tool of keeping a check control on the executive body. In the parliamentary form of government, the legislature is the supreme institution. So here who is the institution? Supreme institution, legislature. So elected representatives of people express demands and aspirations of common people in the parliament. So here elected representatives of the people means here the Lok Sabha members which are there, so they are elected by the people, so they are expressing the demands of the people in the parliament. So the parliament decides upon issues of public welfare. So there the discussions are held in the parliament, means what are the problems of the people, what good work can be done for the welfare of the people. Since it is the house of the representatives of the people and expresses sovereign authority of the people, it is considered as the supreme body. So here Lok Sabha, no, it is also called as the house of the people, because here the members, no, they are direct representatives, they are directly elected by the people. So it is called as the considered as the supreme body. Why did India adopt parliamentary system of government? Now India adopted the parliamentary system of government for several reasons are there. So the development of parliamentary institutions started during the British rule only, means this parliamentary system institutions is started at the time of the British rule in India, when they were ruling here. The British rulers govern in accordance with this system, and the parliamentary system of government in India is also in a way of product of the freedom movement. So because of that only here the people, they got the they have got the aspirations to fight for the freedom. Indians were familiar to this system of government. So here people, our leaders, they were familiar with that system of government. Many discussions took place in the Constituent Assembly over the system of the government. So before implementing, so at that time, various rounds of discussions was held over the in the Constituent Assembly over the system of government. And the framers of the Constitution made few changes in the parliamentary system to suit the Indian situations. So when the discussions were held, so at that time, the people, those who have prepared the Constitution, so they made few changes were made in accordance with the system, means how it can be good for the for India, for the people of India. Discussions and deliberations are an integral, that is important part of the parliamentary form of government. Questions related to public welfare are discussed in the legislature. So whatever the questions are there that are related with the public matters, so that are discussed in the legislature, that is in the house of the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Members from the opposition party also take part in that discussion. So whichever the party that is not getting the majority of the votes, second party के रूप में जो होती है opposition party, so they are also taking part in the discussions. Opposition parties may support the government wherever appropriate, point out shortcomings in the policies and laws, put up studied arguments and questions, etc. So here what is the duty of the opposition parties? If they feel that whatever the policies and laws are there, that is for the welfare of the people, that will be beneficial for the people, so at that time they may support the government. And if they feel that it is not good, so when the policies are discussed, bills वगैरह जब बन के डिस्कस होते, so at that time the opposition parties know they can take out the shortcomings, मतलब उसके अंदर drawbacks क्या है, and they can do the arguments and they can ask different types of questions. So this helps the legislature to make proper laws. Next is presidential system of government. So students, till now we have discussed about the parliamentary system of government. Now presidential system of government can be said to be another important system of government, and this system it is existing in the country of United States of America. Here this system is different from the parliamentary form. So presidential system is totally different from parliamentary system. The system in which the executive is independent of the legislature, and as the head of the state, that is president, is directly elected by the people, is known as presidential system of government. So this system here executive is independent, जो ministers working body रहता है government, that is independent of the legislature, and along with that here जो head of the state है president, he is directly elected by the people, so that is called as the presidential system of government. So in our country here parliament में क्या होता है, president is indirectly elected by the people. So though the three organs are independent from each other, there are enough connections between them to work in harmony, that is peace and coordinations. So all the three organs, यहाँ पे दे आर इंडिपेंडेंट फ्रॉम ईच अदर, अलग हैं, but then also they are working in coordination with each other. The United States of America has adopted the presidential system of government. Following are some of the features of this government. Now, in a presidential form of government, the legislature and the executive are not directly dependent on each other. So, यहाँ पे जो legislature है, that parliament and the executive, they are not directly dependent on each other. The house of the legislature and the presidents are directly elected by the people. So directly इनको कौन elect करता है? People. And the president is the executive head and has a lot of powers, including power to implement laws. So here the president, no, he is the executive head and he is having all the powers, including to implement laws also. In spite of such a structure, the legislature and executive keep a check on each other. Now, though they are independent, then also there no the legislature and the executive body both are having a check मतलब एक दूसरे के ऊपर watch रखते हैं how they are functioning. So this mutual control over each other can lead to a responsible government. So as they are keeping an eye on each other, so because of that, a responsible government is formed. Apart from the parliamentary and presidential system of government, there are other forms of government systems that are followed in France, Switzerland, Germany, etc. So several countries, owing to their unique circumstances, have evolved different systems of government. So in short, we can tell that each and every country, depending upon the situations, upon their country's circumstances, so they are having their own form of government. So students, in the next chapter we will study the structure, working and the role of the Indian Parliament. So in this chapter, students, we have studied about the parliamentary system of government and presidential system of government. Hope you have understood the chapter. Thank you.